Hey, fellow gaming lords, let's get into this conversation about the new challenge mode, which is the new content that we get, which is timeline survival. I'm really excited about this because it is new content, and I absolutely enjoy the fact that we are getting new content in the game, regardless of how you feel about that. Like, for instance, this is pretty cool. It's a board style mashup of squad battle with it's basically a squad battle mode inside here, essentially, because when I go inside here, I basically have a certain amount of characters that I have joined to the list. I have 12 of them, and they give me a requirement reward. So at this point right now, I'm on stage 2, threat level 2. I already completed stage 1, and basically I have to use those characters around the board. So for instance, I have 5 temporal energy here that allows me to do this. They basically take an hour to recharge, so I'll show you that right now. So I'm gonna move. Let's go on the board. It's weird because I see these are landmark locations, right? And so the landmarks are pretty cool because they increase your survival effects that you could have. Like you see these right now. So for instance, right now I have increases universal types defense by 15% and increases HP by 15% when HP is lower. So those were 2 that I chose from the board earlier. So see, this is the weird thing. I can't choose to move like in a diagonal. I have to move basically left or right. So I want to go up to here, and this is the villains info. So it gives me pretty much the same exact thing. Super villains have an advantage in this stage. That's cool. I actually have some villains inside here. So all I have to do is choose from here exactly what I want. Do I want a hero? Do I want a villain? So it told me super villains have an advantage, so I'm gonna gear up for super villains. Let's go with Mephisto. Yeah, I don't really need to worry about those. We're gonna go with Mephisto. Yeah, there we go. So I'll show this. Now this is gonna be relatively easy because at the lower stages, I have tier 3 maxed out characters, and for anybody that has maxed out characters, it's obviously gonna be quick. This is gonna last maybe a second. That wasn't even on autoplay, and it was pretty much quick. So that increased my future pass points, which are awesome. I'm going to give you guys a video about the future pass later, and you can see I basically collected these survival tokens, and I got 3 of them. I think before on a purple space I got about 14 of them, so that was pretty cool. So I want to make my way over to this blue because I believe it's green, blue, then purple. So let's make my way over there. I'm going to move here, and it's going to give me a new place. So now I have combat type characters have an advantage in this stage. So all you do is simply go inside here and you choose the combat type species or whatever it is. I don't really need to use that. We know what my combats are. There we go. And let's go with Namor. There goes my combat types. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and start. Let's get in on this. Now Hulk's obviously not receiving the bonus from I don't think, no, yeah, he's still receiving it. At first I was thinking he's all right, so it got a little bit harder there actually. So here goes something to note, right? That was actually, this is tier 2, and that was actually a little bit harder. Now I'm surprised because I thought my Hulk took some damage there, but apparently he didn't. So we'll see how that works out. But the damage accumulation is supposed to carry over in between the stages, meaning like I'm going to go onto this stage. Now it's heroes, so I have to choose a different lineup of characters here because I need heroes instead of that. So I'm going to go in here, choose superheroes, and these are the heroes I have available to me. Let's go with my favorite bunch, the Omega Boys. So the mode is actually, I think it's pretty player friendly. I think it's great for free-to-play players, and I think it's going to be one of those things. The rewards, I think people are nervous about them because you saw the rewards on the live stream and they were pretty choppy, trash rewards. But I think overall, I think as you start working your way through the game mode, that it's going to be pretty easy. Now notice that the timer over here is 57 minutes, right? So we're at 57 minutes that we can for the temporal energy to reacquire new temporal energy. That basically equates to 5 hours in between time play. So because there's no reason for you to constantly wait for an hour so you can jump back in here unless you know you're going to complete the stage. We'll move over to a landmark, and once we move to a landmark, still requires temporal energy, but I basically get to choose a stat inside here. So increases creature type defense. There's not a lot of creature types in the game, so this would be a bad one. Increases mutant races defense probably not so great because I don't think I have that many mutants in my lineup that I chose, and then increases speed type. So I'm going to go ahead and choose that one. Now, keep in mind that these do carry over to the next stage, right? Like I showed you guys that. So now we have a question mark over here move for our last one. I hadn't seen this one in the previous stage. So I'm going to jump on that one, see what this hidden effect is here. Let's see what I get. Decreases HP of all participants. Oh, you bastard. So it's an ambush. So I got ambushed inside here, and all my characters' HPs has been decreased by 15%. That sucks dingle nuts, like seriously. But you get to see the fun in this, right? So I can't remember. I still cannot remember. I said this in the patch notes earlier today that there was a game, and it was pretty much the same, like a tactical RPG similar to like this, where it made use of the board spaces. I cannot for the life of me remember what the name of the game was. Marvel mobile games. Let's see if I can pull it up on my but there was a game that was like this. Immediately my mind goes to Marvel Puzzle Quest, but I know I've never played that game at all. So it's one of those things though, right, where you literally want to jump into the game and have fun with it because it's going to be rewarding regardless of how you play the game, whatever. It's new content, so it's always going to be engaging in that way alone. Pay attention to the board. I think it's probably going to be one of those fun modes that you literally get to jump in every 6 hours or so and not have to worry about what's going on, and you're just getting rewarded for leveling up characters, which is the whole point. Like, Marvel Future Fight from the beginning has had somewhat of a problem where, you know, you've got 200 plus characters, but you're not using 200 plus characters. And the point is once you get to, you know, acquiring all of these tunes, what do you do with all these tunes in order to make people want to still stay invested in the tunes and not just the new tune that's come out? Well, this is a great way to give people an investment in those tunes, because now I need multiple tunes. Squad battle was another way of doing that, but it kind of missed the definition mark, because once I got to Vibranium League, the tunes that were inside the squad rank battle, they were all the same. So these are the bosses that I have to defeat for the area in order to move on and progress to the next one, right? So for instance, and you don't know where they are on the board either. It's like, I didn't even know I had beat the one previously. Like, if you look at the board, nothing really says that the boss is there. So I'm literally running around the boss to try to find him. I'm assuming he might be inside one of these over here at the end, but we'll find out. So I'm literally trying to clear around the board in order to find him and defeat them. That's basically the purpose, but I'm having fun along the way because I am getting hit with surprises like that. But now I go back to like squad battle, where this was the original thing, right? Where it was, hey, you know, we're gonna have these requirements for heroes that you to go in and fight this staged area content, and you have to choose from a selection of these heroes, right? There are requirements for the hero, and that was kind of fun. But once we all got to this Vibranium League stage, the heroes have pretty much remained the same, and we're basically waiting on them to add new heroes so that way those new heroes would become available to us. So it kind of missed the mark in that point, right? But then they came out with dispatch mode, and dispatch mission was pretty much, again, the same exact thing, right? Where I can wow, I haven't collected my dispatch rewards in a few days. I did not think about that. So dispatch was a cool mission too, right? Where I could literally go inside here and I would, you know, set my dispatch team, because it was a combination of a previous mode that nobody really played inside the support shop. But I would come inside here and dispatch a team set on, you know, trying to just build up characters inside there, and there would be requirements per mission. So for instance, you can see I'm on 9-2. I could probably get past 9-2, but there's some requirements here. I got to clear within 2 minutes. I got to clear with 3 female characters. I got to clear with Jubilee. So that means that in order to complete all these challenges, I need to have Jubilee in my team and 2 other females that are going to be able to clear this event. Do I have those females available to me? Do I have females capable of clearing that material? That's the kind of question that you have. So it gives you kind of a purpose in building up a complete roster, right? Because I think I could put Jubilee, but Jubilee's pretty weak on my team. I think I only have her at level 60. But if I go inside my team inside here, I know I have some other pretty strong female characters. I think, you know, she's pretty strong, but the question is, can she complete the content at her current rate? The same thing for, like, you know, the Chaos Witch Scarlet, right? So there's a fun aspect of this, because now it's forcing me in to having to develop and build more characters. Is making use of my total catalog that I've spent years accumulating, acquiring, and all my tunes now mean something instead of it's just the tune of the month that means something to me. What's the new hype, right? Now I have a new game mode that allows me to enable it, and it's one of those things too. It's PvE. There's nothing inside this game, right, or not inside this game in general, but inside these two modes that I just showed you that relies on me playing with any other players. This is all about me, and it's about my time playing the game. I don't have to worry about, you know, who's in my alliance. I don't have to worry about who's on my friends list. This is just me being able to engage with the content at my pace as I see fit. This is one of the cool parts I feel about Marvel Future Fight right now that it has up on Marvel Future Revolution, is that I can literally engage in most of the content solo without the worry about other players and how they have to engage with me inside that mode. Two totally different game modes. This one's more single person oriented than, you know, a game mode like than Marvel Future Revolution is, but it's one of those appealing bases. And the thing that has me most excited about it is that clearly we know that they are still excited about Marvel Future Fight, that they're still trying to give us new content and new game modes inside the game, and it just hasn't completely fallen off at the wayside. So let me guys know in the comment section, what do you guys think about the new timeline survival? I find it pretty interesting. I like it so far. I'm pretty excited about playing it. I'm waiting to see how it goes. I've only played it twice today. I want to see what happens at the end of 15 days and how far I can get up in this threat level. So obviously it's going to be a matter of me timing my events so that way I can get the most out of these, because there's 24 hours in a day, so that means you can roughly probably play this about 4 times in a day and, you know, move on if you want to. So think about that. I mean, are you going to hunt for landmarks? Are you going to hunt for those bosses? You have to make those decisions on a board, especially when you're dealing with stuff like this where it's saying, hey, you know what, you got ambush, bitch. Your next play is literally going to be here. Now there is supposed to be shops on the board as well that will appear, so that way you can purchase items with those tokens that you have. So it's pretty cool. I like it. What do you guys think about this mode? I'm pretty excited that we got new content in the game overall and reason to build up old tunes. I hope to bring you guys some more exciting content about Marvel Future Fight. I'm going to do something for you guys specifically with Marvel Avengers, because I need to generate content for that, because I do love the game. I just been so pissed because I can't get a motherfucking PS5. But we got some exciting news about Spider-Man to talk about, so jump by later, guys. Like and subscribe to the video and check out the Marvel Avengers video later. All right, until next time, peace.